Welcome back for some more awesome PS Vita pickups. Now in the previous episodes, like I said, I've collected well over 40 games in the past month, but I've decided to break that up into episodes of 10 pickups each. So today is episode 4 and we've got some heavy hitters in this episode. So kick off your shoes and relax your socks while we check out this week's awesome PS Vita pickups. Now, if you love the PS Vita, then you're in the right place, because here on the Chronik Spartan show, we love everything about the PS Vita and other retro handheld consoles. So if that's your kind of thing, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. Now, let's check out this week's awesome PS Vita pickups. Now, last week we added Danganronpa to the collection, and this week we're adding Ultra Despair Girls from the Danganronpa series as well. Now, we've got Danganronpa 1, we're missing 2 and 3, and this is, as far as I know, a spin-off in the series. It doesn't follow the traditional visual novel style of the original games. It goes for a bit more of a 3D adventure angle. Now, the Danganronpa games can be found on the PlayStation 4, and I'm pretty certain they'll end up on the Nintendo Switch as well in the future. But the PlayStation Vita is where I think Danganronpa really started to shine, and I think that's the home for Danganronpa. The PS Vita is where they belong, and for me, that's where I want to experience these games. So to have this in the collection is absolutely awesome. Now, the next game is a game I've been looking for ages, and that is the Mike Bithell game Volume. Now, I love Mike Bithell as an indie developer, and I love the games he creates. As a fellow developer, I find his story really interesting, and I love his game design choices. Volume is inspired by the Metal Gear Solid VR missions, and for me, that's just perfection. Now, I do have this game on Steam, but I've been looking for it on the PS Vita for ages, and I haven't played it yet on Steam because I've been waiting to play it on the Vita. Now I've got it, I'm so psyched to rip this open. Now, as you can see, this is a sealed copy. Now, there is one issue with this. As you can see on the back there, and you might not be able to make it out on this camera angle, but I'll get some B-roll. There's got like a rippled effect to the plastic on the case. Now, this doesn't seem to have affected the inlay at all. It seems to just be the case. So when I open this, I will swap the case out so it's nice and pristine, because this is one of the nicer looking games in terms of the physical appearance, I would say, of the cart, of the physical cart in the PS Vita collection. I love the gold pinstripe that it's got going on there. Such a beautiful looking game, and this is, I think this might be the first limited run game I've got in the collection. Next up is another one of those how did I not have this in the collection already games, and that is Little Big Planet PS Vita. Now, I absolutely love the Little Big Planet games. I love the first ones on the PlayStation 3. I love how you can create your own worlds, and I also just love how amazing the platforming is in it. Now, Little Big Planet on the PS Vita is a game I've heard so many good things about from many people, including Mike the Retro Game Boy, and if he says it's good, then it's going to be pretty awesome. And I've got no doubt that this game is right up my street. Like I said, I kind of feel like, how did I not have this in the collection already? It was only £10 on CEX, so it was a steal, and it would be crazy not to add it in, especially now.
Love Little Big Planet. I got that, platinumed it. Awesome game. Perfect gift for any budding game designer, especially with the logic system they've got in LPP2 that's transferred over to the Vita version. Some amazing things you can do with it. Yeah, great pick up there, sir.
Now, next up, we've got another limited run game, and this one I've been looking for even longer than I was looking for Volume, and that is 2064 Read-Only Memories. I am so psyched to have this game in the collection. When I first found out about this game, it was so expensive, and I never thought I'd find it at a decent price. But like I said, being patient and searching on eBay, I got this sealed brand new on eBay for 30 quid, and that is an absolute steal. Now, this is a game I've known I was going to love ever since day one, ever since I first heard about it. When I first heard the sentence that this is inspired by Snatcher, I just fell in love with the idea straight away. Snatcher, Hideo Kojima game, what more can be said? It's a game, Snatcher is a game that is so elusive to me because I don't have a physical copy of it, one I would love to have, but it's just so expensive. So having this in the collection is a near second best, and even better, sealed and brand new. So excited for that. Now next up is a funny game, and this is Akabas Trip or Akabas Strip, whichever way you want to call it, but we know what they're playing at here. And this is one of the first games I ever played on the PS Vita. And when I first played this, I thought it was just going to be full of gimmicks. Basically, the premise is you're trying to take out vampires by taking their clothes off to expose them to the sun. We all know that's just disguised for some Japanese fanfare, crazy anime antics. But nevertheless, this game is so much deeper than what seems like a shallow idea in the first place. The thing that makes this game so interesting and unique is its real-life representation of the world of Akihabara, a place in Japan that is just steeped in nerd culture and home to so many game fanatics. Being able to explore this world makes this a really deep and interesting, unique RPG, and a game that I found myself spending more and more time with than I ever realized I would. Like I said, this seemed like a shallow idea at first, maybe a little bit of fanfare fun, but it turned out to be such a unique and interesting game, and one of a kind really. And that's why, even though I've got this in digital format, I needed to have the physical copy in my collection. Now next up is an interesting game, because I knew nothing about this series until I started searching for potentially future rare games, specifically on the PS3 for an upcoming episode, but that is the Atelier series. And this is Atelier Charlie Plus, Alchemists of the Dusk Sea. Now like I said, I was searching for games that could be potentially rare in the future, and to fit that criteria, the games had to be games that didn't sell very well but got amazing scores. And in the UK on the PS3, the Atelier series didn't sell well at all but got amazing reviews. So that's what intrigued me about the series in the first place. Furthermore, I then spoke to Radical Reggie and found out that this is an awesome RPG series. Now this in itself is one of a trilogy, and as far as I know, I think the other two games are on the PS3, one of which I've already got. But needless to say, what started out as an interesting search to find out about some potentially future rare games turned into an awesome pickup for the PS Vita. Now once I've got through the E series, this is a top contender for the next RPG I'm going to play, and an awesome one to have in the collection. Now talking about rare games, potentially rare games anyway, are the next two pickups, and these are Tad Jones, or as they're known here, Tadeo Jones. We've got Tadeo Jones and Tadeo Jones El Manuscrito Perdido, if I said that correctly. Now Tad Jones is a 3D animated movie inspired by Indiana Jones and created in Spain. It's actually a really fun series of movies, and one I've recently come across. And when I was searching for some more unique and interesting PS Vita games, I came across the Tad Jones games. Two games which were created and, as far as I know, only sold in Spain. So these are really tricky to find. Now the gameplay in these seems to be some standard fun 2D side scrolling. Nothing to write home about, nothing crazily unique, but what looks like some good solid fun. And I do like the IP that it's based on. Now the thing that does need to be highlighted about these two games in particular, these two copies, and a warning to all of you to check the fine print on eBay, is both of these games have reprinted covers. Now I was really disappointed when I found out about this. I don't mind games, I actually like having games from different parts of the world, different language like Spanish covers, Italian covers, French covers, etc. But what I don't like is reprinted covers. Now in another world, if these were easier to find, I'd probably sell these on and try to get different versions with the proper covers on them. However, these were so difficult to find, and these two in particular were such a great price, I think I'm going to keep a hold of them. I almost sent them back because I was certain that the listing didn't state that they were reprint covers, but when I looked in detail, it did state them. So it's on me, that one, and it just goes to show you've got to read everything. But like I said, I'm still really happy to have these in the collection because they're really unique and an interesting talking point for any PS Vita collectors out there. Now in a previous episode, I've been talking about how I'm playing through Ys 8 and I absolutely love that game. And in the comments, somebody mentioned to me, if you like Ys 8, then you should get yourself a copy of Ys Celceta. And that's exactly what I did. We've got Ys Celceta. Now with Ys Celceta in the collection, that means I've got two of the three Ys games on the PS Vita. Ys 8, Ys Celceta, and Ys Origins. Oh my god, right, I've literally just remembered now. I've got Ys Origins. How did I forget this? Right, I did the collection video the other week, and how did I forget that I've got this? Well, I know why, because it's up here. I always forget that it's up here. One second, let me get this down. Now this is the problem with sticking your games high up on a shelf. I did the collection video the other week for my PS Vita collection and I completely forgot that I've got this. It's been up there for about 2-3 years now, and this is the PS Vita version of Ys Origin. It did have the PSV, the horrible PSV sticker there, but we got rid of that. So yeah, there we go. I actually do have all three games on the PS Vita now. Awesome. So Ys 8, Ys Origin, and Ys Celceta. I'll be getting stuck into these for sure, but I can't believe I forgot that. Right, Let's put this back.
Stav, Mom and Dad of YouTube right here, and I gotta say, we're concerned. We're very, very concerned.
We're worried, dear. You've asked us for rent for 3 months in a row.
Yeah, come home, son. We'll talk about this.
We love you.
I genuinely can't believe I forgot that in the collection episode. Anyway, that was a little bonus for you guys. Right, and now we're on to the last episode for this series of pickups, and that is Danganronpa 2. So we've got Danganronpa, Danganronpa 2, and Ultra Despair Girls. All we have left to get now is Danganronpa 3, which is damn pricey, and I'm going to struggle to get that one. Either way, I'm so happy to be so close to completing the Danganronpa collection on the PS Vita. A visual novel series that I've just heard so much about, and I know I'm going to love. Its twisted, crazy, unique storyline just sounds like exactly what the PS Vita was created for, and adding Danganronpa 2 into the collection is just absolutely awesome. Now I do have 2 more pickups, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little bit because there's a few other games I want to get for my PS Vita collection, and once I've got those, I'm going to do the final pickups video in this collection series, which will bring me one step closer to having that PS Vita collection I've always dreamt of. Now if you've enjoyed this episode and you don't want to miss out on future PS Vita content, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future episodes. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.